Okay, this is the second part of the John Constantine tutorial. Let's get into it. Okay, so I'm going in with a flash tone now. So I'm going to concentrate on the raised areas of the face. This is quite thin. So forehead, nose. I'm pulling down the cheek towards the jawline, so that will deposit all the pigment along the jawline. And the top lip there, and we'll come down our neck muscle there. Same on this side. Just come down the jaw. I don't really want to go around on the temples, so I'll just do the cheekbones for now. Okay. Okay, so I did 2 coats of that. What I normally do, I forgot to say, is when I start off with the Cadian flesh, I just keep that going. I just add Kislev flesh to that, and I keep adding Kislev flesh, and that's the way I do it. So and each time then, each successive highlight, I'll always add a little bit more water into it. So towards the end, like, we're getting there almost. I'm pretty much on pure Kislev flesh now, but I was up to like a glaze level. I really need to swap this brush. I'm getting the odd stray. I'm supporting my fingers to get that brush in there. Just the edge of the forehead. There's the chin. I'll pull down into the jaw. Same on this side. That jaw seems, well, that jawbone seems to be quite prominent, so we'll pick it out even more. The cheekbone and the forehead. I need about 2 or 3 coats when you get to this kind of consistency of paint. You're not going to make a huge difference on your first coat, so you get to notice it on the second one, and then the third one it really starts to come out then. So now I've added some flayed one flesh to that mix, and as I said, a bit of water as well. And I'm just going to go nose, top of the eyebrows there, up the side of the head, chin, and probably the cheekbone there. On the jaw. Okay, I'll take another coat, I think. So normally when I go through this process, I lose the odd bit of shadow here and there. So what I've done, I've got some more of the Reichland shade. I've added a little bit of the blue wash to it as well. So I'm just going to go into the temples there and just push it into the hairline and under the jawline. So it's pushing it up. Just get a nice little bit of contrast going. I might do the eye sockets while I'm here. I'm not sure if I'm going to actually bother to do the eyes, so I might just leave them dark, because his head is slightly forward anyway, so you're not going to see them. So my philosophy is, if you're not going to see them, why bother painting them, I think. Okay, so we'll move on to well, we'll finish off the tie first. Okay, for the tie I've got the crimson wash. It could be a bit trickier, this one, I think. I'll just try and keep it to the centre of the tie. You see, I'm just dabbing it to deposit the wash. And we'll see what that dries like. Okay, so I'm not going to spend too much time on the tie, because it's, you know, it's not that important. I've got a 50-50 mix of Scarlet and Wild Rider Red. I'm just going to highlight or pick up the knot at the top, a little bit there. That's me done, I think. I'm not going to bother too much with that now. Alright, onto the magic-y bit. I'm not entirely sure what I want to do with this, so I'm just decided to wing it. I've got a yellow glaze. I'm just going to concentrate that down the bottom end, just to look like he's clicked his fingers and started a fire. I'll go up to about here. Spin it over. I'll probably throw some orange in there as well, but we'll see how that goes. Just wondering how I'm going to keep this interesting, but we shall have a go. The next part up, I've got a 50-50 mix of a blue and a green, so it's like a turquoisey kind of colour. I'm just going to do the rest of the figure in this. Might take a few coats to get where I want it. I might go a bit darker here and there, but we'll see how it goes. This is the beauty of the zenithal priming as well. When you're using glazes over the top, it just, you've already got your highlights there, and you've already got your shadows there, so because it's quite dilute, they still show through. Okay, I'll leave that dry and we shall come back. Okay, so I'm going to go in with a second coat of the blue and green wash. You may have noticed that I've done the base now. I got fed up waiting for this glaze to dry. I thought I might as well do it. Just get in touch if you want to know, how I did it. I don't know if you can see that. It's I just try to make them look a bit more interesting than just plain grey. Ah, there we are. You can see it now. Yeah, let's get in touch if we want me to do a video on how to do them. Okay, right, we'll leave that dry. So while the magic-y bit is drying off, I'm going to do the hair. So what I've got is a thinned down Rhinox hide. I'm just going to slap it on. I know he's got like a bleach blonde hair, isn't he? So we'll make up a mix to go on top of this after. Might have to go a bit darker, I think. Yeah, I'll take 2 coats. Okay, I decided not to bother with a second coat. I'm going straight in with the hair on the top. So I've got like an Averland sunset, and I just mixed in a bit of Zandri dust just for like the base coat, and I'll just try and pick out strands. I'll consciously stay away from the bottom of the head, because I'll probably do another glaze of the brown just to darken it a bit. The magic-y bit is finally dry, so I'm going to mix these 2 colours and then put a highlight in, probably just around the raised areas and the horns. Yeah, so we'll crack on with it. Okay, apologies for this, but I'm going to have to turn it around so I can actually see it. I'll try and keep it in frame there. So yeah, it's about a 50-50 mix. I just want to highlight the odd little bit on it. Okay, so the second highlight to the skull went well. Picked it out nicely. Just some finishing touches where the shoes and the belt was just a basic dark grey with a black wash over the top. And I used the brown ink to just line the inside of the coat. But that's pretty much it. So this came together quite quickly. I say I've filmed this over the course of an evening, only about 4 or 5 hours, so it is doable. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. We'll be back soon with another episode, so cheers.